Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik.
You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hab Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by
Erik.
Kelly.
And this week we watched Holmes and Shot. Why do I keep wanting to say that? Oh, because I'm thinking of the fucking
Schadenfreude, Holmes,
I'm
Watson,
thinking of
and
that
Davis.
fucking
Esquire.
show with
Nope,
The
Attorneys
Rock
at Law.
and what's his name?
Oh yeah, Schubert. No, that's wrong. CIA.
Yeah, CIA. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now. Anyways, Holmes and
Are you
Watson.
sure you're not thinking of the one that's got the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy in it? And his name starts with like SCH something, doesn't it? It has also there's an Indian guy on there, and he's like his name starts with a K.
The fuck are you talking about?
I have no idea either, Steve.
He's a CIA dude as well, though.
Well, babe, what
And
kind of...
he catches him, and then damn it, I don't know.
I literally was thinking of Hobbs and Shaw, right? That's why.
Oh,
Oh.
all right.
Yeah. Holmes and Watson, directed by Eaton Cohen, written by Eaton Cohen and Arthur Conan Doyle. Apparently, Arthur Conan Doyle came back from the dead and helped write this movie. Starring Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, and Ray Fiennes. It's like Ray Fiennes. It's Ray Fiennes,
Yeah, it's
right?
Rafe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew that was Voldemort.
Yeah. IMDb synopsis: a humorous take on Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's classic mysteries featuring Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. So what'd you guys think?
This was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm... okay, I kind of forgot about that it was even a movie because you didn't see much like previews. And so in the back of my head, and this is foolish me, like, duh, Kelly, I thought that this was an actual serious take on Sherlock Holmes and Watson. You know, like, well, not necessarily serious, but, you know, Robert Downey Jr.-esque, like, or whatever. And once I started seeing it, I'm like, Kelly, seriously? And then, like, you read in the, I was reading in the trivia part on IMDb, and I guess there were tons of walkouts. So I'm wondering, okay, like, maybe a few people don't know, like, Will Ferrell's and John C. Reilly's humor together. Okay, I get it. But, like, several? I mean,
Wait, people walked out of this movie?
Yes, I guess several.
They laughed so hard they shit themselves. I rest my case.
Because, like, it wasn't, like, I don't remember anything crude where I would have, I mean,
Okay, well-
even if I did saw something crude in a movie, I would never walk out. It would have to be really, really
I can
bad.
think of a certain type of person, and they have a thing about them, and it rhymes with yoked, and they might not like some of this movie, you know, because of reasons. I don't know. But this isn't like the strongest. This isn't on the same playing field as Talladega Nights or Step Brothers.
No.
But I'll tell you what, if it's kind of sucky that it's the last one they did. If this was the first one, everybody would have loved it.
Yeah.
Especially in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Everybody would have fucking loved this movie. And then Talladega Nights and Step Brothers would come after that, and then just it would be like a steady climb instead of like they're up on the tippity top of this pyramid and they fall like 3/4 of the way down. But it's still up on the pyramid. It's still good. I had a couple of like finger gun almost fall out of the chair laughs.
Yeah, you did, for sure.
You know, I mean,
and I've seen Will Ferrell movies where you don't do that. It's like, all right, what are you doing? Like, Semi-Pro was as good. Like, I like it, but it's not like up there with, you know, Anchorman or Talladega Nights or anything like that.
Yeah.
But on the same level, like a walkout, like, it's just like absurd that
they should have switched characters, in my opinion. I think Will Ferrell would have been a much better Watson, because he does a better like get mad. I think that Watson should have been more of a get mad and throw a rig and fit type of a fella. and do like their
Instead
like
of running in and just shooting everything in sight.
now that was really funny. That was one of
Yeah.
the times.
He
I
did
think
have good aim though.
he should have just done that every scene. I would have been happy if he just ran in almost every scene and did that. Like literally, oh my God, the bathroom stinks, and then ran in and shot the holy living crap out of the bathroom. I mean,
We need to air this place out.
when there's got the fucking bees and he just starts shooting at the
Yeah.
fucking bees.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I love that shit. That stuff makes me laugh so hard. And it's this movie, I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to talk about because it does share a lot of similarities with Sherlock Holmes.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of like I think, what I'm going to give this is the credit for the best parody movie of all time. It's the funniest parody movie
Without being like
of all
what
time.
the-
Yeah, there's never been a parody movie that's as good as this. Not Scary Movie or any of them. I mean, this hits all the same beats,
Mhm.
and it's funny and it makes sense.
Not
And
even
it's
the
not-
like old school let's see, Naked Gun or
Yeah, those are
things like
pretty
that.
good.
I don't know. I haven't seen those in so long. I can't.
Well,
I
we
can't
just seen
even
one not
say.
too long ago. The one with
That was pretty good. I did laugh a lot,
Yeah.
but I think this was still better because it was grounded enough where I was still into the story. I mean, the cat lady, that's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
Although I really was hoping for like a weird bestiality cat sex scene. Like where
Damn
she's
it.
there's no actual like animals in it.
yeah, we know.
But
They're gonna clear that.
she maybe even like puts a fur coat on or something, and then he's like scratching her back or just doing some weird stuff,
Yeah.
And then there's Will Ferrell, and he's like got his gross naked body, and I just think it'd be really funny.
Oh man, is he gonna use a butt double on that one too?
Yeah,
That's not his butt. I
'Cause
know
Kelly's
it.
gonna
Oh,
know.
I forgot about that. Actually, it'd be really funny if both of them used butt doubles.
But they use
Wouldn't
the
it?
wrong ones.
It's like super tan, great butts, and it's like two guys instead of a guy and a girl.
Yeah.
Just because, like, wait, what the hell's going on in this scene here? I almost want to see that, but with deep fake in their face.
Damn it,
Wait,
dude.
what?
Wouldn't that? Okay, so in like the love scene I was just talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
you said the butt double. It would be
Yeah.
funny if there was two guys
Yeah.
and they doubled the man and the woman.
yeah. Okay. I
Then
heard
they
that.
use deep fake.
What is that?
You don't know what deep fake is?
Deep fake.
Get in the fucking 2020th century, you ding dong. It's okay. So there's this technology where you can take like a movie film, right? And you can put someone else's face on there and
Mhm.
it actually looks pretty realistic.
Okay.
So they did it
Okay.
with recently with Back to the Future, with Robert Downey Jr. as Doc and Tom Holland as Marty, and it's fucking ridiculous. Just it's like holy fuck, like I can see it. If they were
I
going to
showed
remake
you
it,
some
it's
with
there.
Mike Tyson.
Like a while ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I showed you one with Mike Tyson, and it was on the set of some Full House. Nope.
Oh,
Urkel. It was on the Urkel show. The beginning of it,
Okay.
it had Mike Tyson as all the roles.
okay.
Anyways, I think that would be funny. So you deep fake Will Ferrell's face onto the one guy, and then the girl, I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
her
I've
name.
seen one too. Sorry,
Yeah.
I got excited. It was what's his butt? The guy from Parks and Rec with a mustache, Ron Swanson. I know that's not his real name, but
Chris
it was
Pratt.
Eric.
Damn
It was whatever that guy's
Nick
name. I
Offerman.
can't think of it. Thank you. It was, but
Damn it,
as
you're supposed to say the skinny guy's name. Rob Lowe.
stop, please. I'm excited about this. Let me finish.
Aziz Ansari.
It'll take me like 30, 20 seconds. Okay.
Jerry.
As Ron Swanson, he replaced all of Ron Swanson's face. Wait, okay. It was the opening credits of Full House with his face on everybody, even including like Michelle.
Okay,
a
yeah,
little-
I think
little
I've seen
kid.
that one too.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
I know. Okay, I didn't know how to name. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some weird like applications of it, but I think it would be really funny to see like a love scene with there's clearly two guys, but with Will Ferrell and the lady's face on there. I think that'd be really funny because you'd be like, "What the hell?" And then it would dawn on you, "Oh, there's like faking this. This is
Yeah,
funny.
especially after hearing her singing voice, you're like, whoa, you get thrown for a loop. She has a different singing voice and different body than I was actually expected underneath that dress.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
No, Stanley,
Oh,
no,
man.
boo.
Can't even get rid of that. Just take his hand off that. So, yeah. Anyways, son of a bitch. The kid distracted me.
I got something. So I love stop, baby. He's pulling my cord. Yeah, I loved in the background like the different advertisements when they were doing the fighting scenes,
Yeah.
like for
in the
chicken.
in
The
the
chicken
gym.
is the protein drink
Yeah.
or whatever, and then like there was cocaine, and then there was just hidden things in the background. Like you had to like pay attention. Like it was like, oh, that's pretty clever. I like that.
Well,
Like
you know-
him wearing the "Make Britain Great Again."
Yeah. Well, when they go into the gym and those guys are smoking, and like, look at these health nuts over here.
Yes, and then the big unicycle
Yeah.
for a cycling class.
Yeah, those
I was like,
things.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the old timey cycle.
Yeah, but in a
bicycles,
cycling
yeah.
class.
Yeah, that's nuts. How different technology is. And then everybody's attitude about stuff like cocaine was not a big deal back then.
Oh, it was huge. It was huge.
I mean, it was no big deal. They were like, oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. You don't really hear about too many drugged out junkies, but I don't know. I wonder how many lives it ruined back then. What with everybody drinking and Coca-Cola and
Yeah.
everything else.
That bike is called a penny farthing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I knew that wasn't right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why isn't it called just big wheel bike?
I don't know.
Penny farthing. Who the hell? It's obviously some British asshole who made that up.
I knew it wasn't right because I'm like,
Name-
unicycle. I know what
penny
unicycles are.
farthing.
The
Those
name came
no.
from British penny and farthing coins, the former being much larger than the latter. The side view resembles a large penny leading a smaller farthing. Penny farthing. There you go.
Leave it to the British to come up with that. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Come up with some weird like, hey, I know, let's have a big wheel and a small wheel.
Was anybody lifting triangular weights in there? Because I feel like triangular weights is also a big thing back in the day.
Was it really?
I don't know. That's always what you always see, like with the like in gyms.
Cartoons?
Those guys, yeah, cartoons. They're like, yes, lift. You know, what the fuck was it? That pump you up thing from Saturday Night Live? Weren't they lifting like triangular weights at some point?
Shit, I don't know.
You know, I can't answer that 100% with yes or no because I can't really picture it right now. I can only picture Hans and Franz in their little gray.
Yeah, they're great
Yeah.
sweatsuits.
Yeah.
And their buck teeth.
Oh man.
That's a thing that we'll never see again.
What's that?
Just those kind of skits. They're just, they're weird now.
Maybe.
Also, Eric, you know who Bruce Green is, right? From Funhouse?
Ew. Yeah,
From
yeah.
Funhouse. The big buff guy, for a second, I fully thought was Bruce, and I was like, but Bruce isn't that big. What the fuck? Because his
I
face
thought
kind
for
of
a
looks
second
like
it
him.
was the mountain, but it's not that guy either.
Yeah. That would have been
No,
He would have. I think he would have been too big. Like he would have been just. There's nothing, Because that guy's what, 8 feet tall?
I think he's 7'5" or something like that. He weighs 350 pounds though, and that would be. I mean, one of my favorite things I've ever seen is there's a video of the Mountain and Conor McGregor sparring, and at the time Conor McGregor weighed about 145 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And then, so you can tell the Mountain is not actively trying to hurt him. Like he gets a hold of him a couple of times, but he's not. You can tell he's not actually trying to hurt the guy. So, and Connor really isn't doing anything to him. I don't know exactly what his abilities would be able to do, but I know if you like once you get your arms around some guy's neck, if you're strong enough to choke him out, there's not a whole lot that he's going to do other than like maybe stand up and smash you into a wall with his 350-pound body. I don't know. It's just a weird thought. But anyways, he was bragging. Conor McGregor's bragging, oh my God, I was kicking his ass. And then that guy got wind of it and was like, I wasn't even trying. You can see the video and you could tell the guy's just goofing around. I mean, I think the guy is so strong, if he got a hold of his ankle, he could literally just swing him into a wall.
Yeah.
especially if he got mad, because at the time he's like 20 something. So 20 something guys can do stuff that older guys, even the same guy 10 years later, can't do just from being mad. And that would have actually been funny if he like punched him in the balls by accident or something. And he just grabs his leg and just, bam bam smashes him into the wall. Hulk smashes him onto the floor. Puny puny god or whatever he says.
Yeah. I guess the
So
guy who played the Mountain in the last 4 seasons, is 6'9". He's a Icelandic guy.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
like
even
half Thor or something or other.
Yeah.
Bjornsson, maybe.
Yeah, Bjornsson is his last name. I wasn't gonna attempt at all.
What?
I don't
half
know.
Thor?
Well, I don't know what the B, that weird BP thing that is apparently a T in that script.
Oh yeah, I've just heard his name said
Yeah.
on because my brother and I used to watch strongman stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So
It's spelled different than your normal Bjornsson with a BJ.
No,
he's talking
no.
about
Bjornsson
his
is
middle name,
spelled
the
more-
half Thor thing.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's.
Without seeing it, I'm having trouble. Okay.
I mean, it is a different language.
Yeah.
So people should be. I don't know. It's pretty bad when you can't even attempt that stuff, because then it's like, oh yeah, you're trying to be mean to it, but it's like you're just making an attempt.
Well, I didn't even know what
No.
the sound was for it, so that's
Oh, yeah.
why I'm like, is that a P or is that a B? I don't really know what the noise is for that, so I would definitely have
Oh, yeah.
tried it, because how many names have I fucked up over the course of this podcast?
Oh, I don't think like any.
No,
I think
never.
that'd be
You
the
have
first
pretty,
one,
That would be
Steve.
the first one up.
Good record.
And that's where we put in the clip show of me fucking up the beginning of almost every podcast.
Those are my favorite. I get upset when you don't do it.
Like,
this was an
look at
easy
you,
one,
Mr.
so.
Perfect, with your big words.
I think it's funny as shit.
Oh man.
I used to like it when Ricky would tease you, and then you'd be like, "Okay, you say it," and Ricky's like,
Yeah.
"I don't need to say it."
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
He
that.
just
Fuck 'em.
immediately gets out of it. Oh, I'm not going to say it. I don't need to say it. Yeah. I thought the singing part was pretty funny.
It was
Were they
weird though. It was like, what was a
Yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere.
yeah.
It was pretty long.
Yes, it was a little bit too long.
I do like that he mentions
That's
like,
what
oh
she
man, I
said.
shouldn't have had nice. I do like that he mentions, oh, I shouldn't have wasted so much time singing. When he gets to
Yeah.
the prison and Watson is gone. So
Yeah.
Well, what's funny about the show, like even the TV show versus the book, is it seems to me like Sherlock Holmes has a lot more flaws in the book, personality-wise, than he does in the show.
like
In like the movie, the Robert Downey Jr. thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
The one with Benedict Cumberbatch seems like he has got more.
I
It's
feel
still
I feel like his follows way closer to what those like the books go with though. Like his
Yeah.
his inability to like really fucking talk to human beings, normally. His drug addiction, like just fucking constantly. That kind of shit. Just I feel like they portrayed that a lot better in the Sherlock TV series than they
Yeah.
have in really anything else I've seen it in.
Well, I can
so.
kind of see why they didn't want to put Robert Downey Jr. in that headspace.
Yeah.
Like I do like how they include how he just enjoyed going and getting in fistfights,
Yeah.
which I guess I think I read in the book that he was doing that. He's just like would go get in fights for fun.
Yeah, well, he's good at it, and
Yeah.
it's all part of his deduction shit too. You watch somebody fight, you can you just like you fight somebody, and he's deducing how the best way to win win it. If he's got nothing
Yeah.
to do, he's either going to do drugs or he's going to go fight somebody, or he's going to do both. He probably was
He's
going to
gonna
do both.
get high and then beat the shit out. So he
Yeah.
just gets high on cocaine.
Yeah.
And then gets in a fist fight. And I don't know. I thought the cocaine stuff was really funny, where they're like playing with their basketball or that giant medicine ball.
Medicine ball,
Yeah,
yeah.
medicine
they're
ball.
like, they come off the cocaine. They're like, I'm really tired.
There was a lot of there was also a lot of heroin use too. He used a lot of heroin or opium, I guess is what it would have been.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah. Well, you know, as the times back then, they did
Yeah.
that stuff. And the
I was
world's
also
still
happy to
here.
see House in this as Mycroft.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, yeah, no, that works. That works. You know, the only person more arrogant than Holmes, throw in fucking Hugh Laurie in there as fucking
Yeah.
Mycroft is great. So the whole fucking mind reading thing or like the mind talking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Watson gets in, me talk, me help find crime, you know, all that shit. You're just like, what are
I
you
feel
doing?
like that pretty much on a daily basis, so
Yeah.
I could relate to that.
Well, I wondered how they were going to kind of parody that too with the way the books are, because it's like, you know, that's one of the big things when he goes and sees Mycroft. It's like, you're not supposed to talk in that room or whatever. And I was like, okay, are they actually going to go with that? Or are they just going to talk back and forth? And then, you know, they do this fucking weird mind talking thing and then throw Watson in the sidekicks room with the worst fucking sidekicks ever.
Yeah.
These are the people that like the heroes get fucking shot constantly.
I wanted to see him just go in guns blazing in that place. Because
Yeah.
that was so funny when he just raced into the courtroom and just shot the fucking end of the gavel off.
Got the gavel, and then he like was trying to stop time, so he shot the
Yeah.
clock. If only it was that simple, you know?
No. You just bust in a room and shoot the clock, and everybody's like, shit, I have to pretend like I'm frozen now.
Yeah. Oh man. God damn.
Yeah, so shit, I don't have much to say. I'm having a rough go at this one.
So
Yeah,
apparently this was he made they did a skit on Saturday Night Live with this. I don't ever remember seeing Holmes Saturday Night Live skit.
I don't remember seeing that either. It's probably cut
Was
for
with
time.
Will Ferrell involved?
Yeah,
Or-
I'm pretty sure that's what it said. I'm trying to find the fucking trivia thing.
Uh-huh.
I remember reading it before, and now I'm not finding it. So maybe it's not true. I don't know.
So now the Scottish lady at the end of it,
Mm-hmm.
that's Moriarty's daughter.
Yeah.
She's the lady at the beginning, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she's the homeowner, is that right? Who
Yeah.
normally
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I had it in my mind that that was Mary.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Watson's old lady normally, and then she was off doing stuff with guys, and Watson didn't seem to be upset about it. It's like I missed a beat or something.
no, it's
And
Mrs. Hudson.
yeah, that's right. It's Mrs. Hudson.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was like, well, what the hell? Well, he's just like, I don't give a shit. Bang whoever you want.
Oh, that just when they're looking for her and they're just yelling for her,
Yeah.
yelling her name. There's a fire, Mrs. Hudson. There's a fire.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
You know, and then I think that's part of the books too, is like they treat her like she's like a maid or something like that, and she's literally their fucking landlord. And you know, they're like, she says, you know, shit like that in the books, like, I'm not your maid, I'm not your, you know, I'm not here to take your phone calls or anything like that. So and yet she does anyways. I mean, she doesn't stop doing that. But they kind of play that off in this, and she's like, what the fuck do you guys want? Seriously? Oh yeah, here's your fucking tea. Here you go. Take some goddamn tea. I'm gonna poison this guy, apparently. Or I guess Holmes did it, but still.
Well, and then the whole idea that he'd ever be tricked, that part to me where he blames Watson, I was
Yeah.
like, that doesn't make any sense because he's been with him the whole time. He you know, no.
Yeah, I
he would
feel
be
like
able to tell.
I feel like they probably should have made him just the worst fucking detective, but like he gets through because of like kind of what's that called? Fucking like Pink Panther shit or whatever, you know, just not
yeah.
just not a
Like
good
the-
detective, but gets
Like
through.
the Man Who Knew Too Little, where he just bumbles through stuff.
Yeah,
Accidentally finds things out.
yeah, and maybe Watson figures everything out, but basically they were both fucking morons. But you know, Holmes still knew, you know, how to figure everything out. So I don't know,
Yeah.
and yet, like you said, he was tricked. So, or maybe he
Yeah, but-
wasn't. That was all part of his plan.
I don't think so. I mean, he seemed like kind of a doof because he's like, oh yeah, somebody who looks exactly like Moriarty and does stuff just like him.
But he was
He's
correct.
the one behind it. Yeah. Well, he was right. It wasn't him. I did like the end though with the finger gun at Moriarty when he's in have their sombreros on or whatever the hell, their cowboy hats.
Yeah.
The tremendously giant cowboy hats.
He should have been wearing that fucking one that Norm Macdonald wears on Celebrity Jeopardy.
Nice.
My name's Turd Ferguson.
Oh man.
Don't go back.
I used to love that. They even had the fucking the guy playing Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Fucking
feel
Daryl
like I
Hammond.
fucked your mom.
Oh, rough, just the way your mother likes it, Trebek.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
And he would mispronounce like all the categories when there's like full. How do you say that? I can never say the real word because all I want to say is full on rapist.
Philanthropist.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Say things like that.
Oh man. God damn it.
The category no smoking. All right, I'll take Nosmo King for 5.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, or 2 different words.
Yeah. I mean, this has got a lot of the pretty funny beats, and I think they could have added a little more ridiculousness here and there. Or maybe I don't know, the love in story part of it just kind of didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that part was a little weird.
Yeah, it was a little weird on both accounts.
Yeah.
The freaking onion eating, like what the heck? And then like the other
I have a
part where
relative who ate onions raw.
I'm not gonna lie, I was looking in my house for a raw onion that I could just eat on the air here. But I don't have any
No
in the
way
house
you
right
could
now.
handle it.
I've
Yeah.
done
Skin
it
and
before.
everything?
I used to
No,
eat
no.
onions like that when I was a kid.
yeah,
Like 100% like an apple.
Jeez.
Don't
Yeah,
know
I don't
why.
think-
I remember seeing that
What
on like
kind?
Double Dare or
White
no, not Double
onions.
Dare. There's
I don't think you'd be doing that with a red onion.
No,
Oh,
fuck
God.
no. Red onions sell now, dude.
No. White onions, yeah, I think I could
No.
do that.
I mean, that's what they were eating though. They were eating white onions, so you know.
yeah.
But I don't have any here, so I couldn't do that joke.
Dang it.
I don't know why they thought this was a joke. It's good. My Grandpa Dean, great Grandpa Dean, he ate them all the time. He grew his own white onions and then ate them raw.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It's probably. I mean, it's a vegetable.
Yeah, but it's a little strong. What are you doing, Sam? Anyways, but the other team were doing that, cleaning the frosting off that body, and
Yeah.
like
Oh
That was so
God! I was
weird.
trying to block
I
that out.
know, but him, like thumbing over the nipple, and then she was like picking the frosting out of the belly. But I hate my belly into touch. So I was like, oh God, what are you doing?
It's a dead body, dude. That's even worse.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was all
man.
kinds of.
Oh.
But
Guys in a
I'm
cake.
sure that was they didn't cross the line further than that because you know, I was just like, no, just no, don't go there. And they did a perfect balance on what I believe.
I was expecting full on making out on top of the guy,
I kind of
Well,
was too.
That's me
Yeah.
too. That's why I'm like glad they didn't.
or
go
like
any
scooping
further.
off some of the stuff and then putting it in the other one's
That's
mouth.
where I thought she was gonna go with the belly.
Yeah,
button.
but they didn't do that, and I was really happy
it might
about
have been
that.
implied, but they didn't actually show it.
So that could have been pretty gross. You know, like
We don't need to get you a bucket, just like Holmes.
Oh God!
Puking about dead people.
Yeah.
I just want they should have had a scene where he had to go in and deal with the dead body in the thing, and he's just fucking throwing up everywhere. Completely erases all the fucking evidence. I don't know. This is unsolvable. I have no idea. He must have killed himself.
Nobody can fix this.
Yeah.
This is good. Aliens did it.
Oh man.
I kind of want to see like an Ancient Aliens type explanation, but for a guy who solves murders.
Every time it's just aliens that did it.
Where he's
somehow.
like, so
Don't do
a
that.
guy gets shot in a drive-by and he shows up and he's like, well, the ancient pyramids were used for this and that. Look at these tubes inside the king's pyramid. Okay, aliens killed this guy with their death ray beam. And then the very next episode, aliens killed this guy with an electromagnetic microwave amplified by the pyramids.
Watch out.
Because that's like every fucking show.
Yeah.
I skip around, and I mean, on occasion they'll talk about one of the places in South America, or the Mayans, whatever. I don't know where the hell the Central America, but it's always the same stuff, and it's like it's just a big giant bunch of stones. There's no purpose for the thing, except for like, hey, we made this. We had a lot of technology to make it. Look how good we are. They even like have it seemingly to tell when it was made, even though everybody wants to ignore that because apparently somebody scratched a part of a name on something.
Yeah.
I don't know. All of that stuff. If you actually, there's a thing I watched about how they dated the pyramids, and it's got to be the thinnest piece of evidence or reasoning. It has nothing to do with like any solid like geology or like a real science. It's like somebody's interpretation of some marks that another guy was
No.
like, yeah, that's it. And then they just started teaching it in school like they know. And now everybody's like, how could you question that? And it's basically like the earth is flat. Well, how can you tell? God's initials are on the bottom here. Oh, okay.
It's like you made it in fucking art class. And,
Yeah.
carved
Oh,
his
jeez.
initials on the
Exactly
bottom.
right. You wrote a map. Look, it says TG right there. The God. I mean, it's obviously him. He did it. I mean, this is science right here. And then, like 20 years down the road, and you can't question that.
Oh man.
I mean, I was seeing something where like the Sphinx, this geologist, okay, and they use this thing called science where they use like evidence
Mm-hmm.
that you can't just make
Sounds
up.
like bullshit.
Yeah. And then they dated it, and this guy thinks that the Sphinx is at least like, I don't know, 9,000 or 10,000 years old with
Mhm.
like rainfall evidence, you
Yeah.
know? And the guy's like, no, that marking was around the same that we found here. Is around the same time as the pyramids, so it has to be from like 4,500 BC. And the guy's like, "What? Geology, you can't just like make shit up, right?" And then what
They'll be
gets me
like,
is
"What are
like
you talking
people
about? I make
argue
stuff
about
all the
it.
time."
Well, I mean, it's like really weird how people argue about stuff. Like some things are. It would be like so like people are just all this. Oh, never mind. There's teriology. So I was going to use a 2 + 2 example,
God
and then I
damn
was
it.
realized that there's fucking teriology out
Fucking
there.
moron. Piece of shit.
So
God damn it, I hate that pile of crap.
Yeah.
As bad as the fucking Celestins from Star
it
Wars.
sucks so bad that Don Cheadle couldn't have just been Rhodey from the beginning.
I know, they just need to redo that first movie and put Don Cheadle in it. Or we'll deep fake it and Don Cheadle will be in that movie.
Hell yeah. I love that. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
We're going to re-release this movie with the correct actor for Rhodey, because why the fuck not?
I was reading something. They're reshooting some scenes from Superman and Batman movie, and they're going to maybe redo it with the same actors. And I'm like, wait, what? But I don't know. That's what I get for I literally internet guide it, where I just seen an article, like a headline.
Headline
and was
and just
like,
went past it, yeah.
oh, that's cool. I'm going to get back and look at that. I
Yeah.
opened it in like a tab, like not the one I was looking at, like, and then, I opened it in a new tab, and then
Yeah.
I forgot about it. And then it dawned on me as I was saying that I didn't actually read it. But I'm hoping, you know what? It's better this way, because now I can just be like, yeah, definitely do that.
I did the same thing, and I saw that it's a possibility that Cavill will become the new Wolverine.
I've seen that too.
And I was like, no, I'm all right. I don't think that'll work.
Yeah, let's have a refined looking English guy be a Canadian beast man.
They can make him beast-like. Sure, they
A
can.
Canadian
No,
tiny beast man also.
He's
he needs to be
5'3",
small.
for Christ's sakes.
Who?
Wolverine is 5'3".
I thought you
He
meant-
needs to be. They need to just. You know what? I'll take
Danny
one for the
DeVito for
Danny
Wolverine.
DeVito.
All right,
What's
I
his
want Danny
name?
I
DeVito
would,
as Wolverine.
I would be happier with fucking Charlie Day as Wolverine than Henry
Wait,
Cavill.
How big is Jackman?
Jackman's too big too. He's like 6 feet.
6'2". It didn't make any sense either.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
He's the
'cause
Wolverine because
definitely
he's a
no
tiny
5'3".
guy. That's why
Oh.
Wolverine makes sense because he's a crazy tiny
Yeah, he's
guy.
a tiny hairy man
No.
who gets angry
Yeah.
all the time and has a good smell. Good smell, good sniffer.
Good
There you
sense
go.
of smell. Yeah.
There you go.
He probably smells like shit, would be my guess.
Most likely.
What
That's-
cologne are you
That's
wearing?
why
Yeah.
Sabretooth can
Ooh.
always find him. You know, he's like,
What's that? What's
Blue
that
Eye?
Penn guy? Sean Penn. What's his kid's name? No, Scott Conn.
Who?
Okay, he was in a movie, 60 Seconds or something, you know, with Nick Cage and Giovanni Ribisi. He's like the buddy in the movie. He's one of Giovanni Ribisi's buddies. Is that Scott Conn?
I don't know. I'm not allowed to be on my phone.
Anyways, he's
Goldie.
not that tall and he's pretty bulky. He would be a better choice, although at this point he's probably like 80. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard because you got to pick somebody who can actually be a maniac.
His name is
And,
Scott Conn. Yes.
Oh, I nailed it. And I don't, I mean, you know what they need to do? They need to go out to a fucking logging job in fucking Canada and be like, who's the shortest, craziest guy in all the province? And eventually they're going to find a guy. They can put him on a weightlifting program, jack him up with steroids. And there you go. You'll have an actual Canadian play Wolverine. Shit, for that matter, I'd love to see a parody where they have Kevin Hart play Wolverine.
I mean, that would work.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna get
Kevin Hart is at least the right size.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, would be really funny is Kevin Hart as Wolverine and The Rock as Sabretooth, because that's literally the size difference.
Yeah. That'd be fucking weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick your ass, but he's like Kevin Hart, so
Yeah.
he's
And to see Kevin Hart
it's coming to get
win,
me.
see
Yeah.
Kevin Hart win at least a couple of times, so that'd be weird, especially since I'm used to seeing what the fuck was it like Jumanji, where he just gets his ass kicked by The Rock
Yeah.
every movie. So
Well, I mean, that would be all right. I could live with that.
Yeah.
He's the bulkiest short guy they have in Hollywood now. That's not fat. Actually, Josh Gad would be really funny as Wolverine.
Josh Gad.
Actually, I want to see them get like John, because he can act. That guy can definitely act. If you could get that guy, The Rock needs to just start injecting his butt with steroids. And then get Josh Gad super fucking ripped. That'd be hilarious. No. Even better. Nick from
New Girl?
yeah.
Well, he's no 5'3" or little, but
Yeah, but he's not 6'2".
no, true.
That's the point. He's not supposed to be some 6'2" giant. He's supposed to be like at least under 6 feet, for
I
crying
don't
out
remember
loud.
his real.
It's Jack something. Is that right? Jake Johnson.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. Yep.
I knew it had a J in there.
Right.
Jake Johnson's 5'10".
See? Under 6 feet. You get The Rock in there, Sabretooth. That works.
You won't
That's a
get The
lot.
Rock only because he's in a fucking DC movie, and I'll bet you they have fucking contracts saying they can't be in a DC movie and a Marvel movie in the same, when their contracts are on the same time. So
I think DC is going to be bought out by Marvel pretty quickly, and I kind of hope they merge.
well,
some of
that'll
the
be just
universes.
it's just going to be the comic book thing. The WB will still own the
Oh
movie rights.
God,
So
that just means DC is going to go away.
yeah, because the comic books are the ones not making money. So
Yeah, well, they're not making money because they're not doing what Marvel does. Like you can't, like I can't just get a $10 a month subscription to DC Comics and then look at anyone I want to see. You got to spend like $4 a friggin' issue or $6-7 an issue, and it's like,
yeah.
yeah,
Or you spend like $100 and something for that DC thing, and I don't think you get all the comics like you do with Marvel Unlimited. You just get a bunch of
No,
streaming
you
stuff.
don't.
You get a bunch of streaming stuff, and then you get some comics. But I don't think they have like Batman stuff or anything like that.
Well, they're being chintzy on something, and I don't know, that doesn't work.
Well, it's the thing
What you
people want, though. They want
There's
that, like,
everybody loves motherfucking Batman.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had a $2 a month subscription to DC comic books and you could look at any fucking comic you want, anyone, people would pay for that. They would leave. That shit would never get turned off because that's not something you want to fucking fight with enough to get it to turn off.
yeah.
Like, and then part of it is some of the comics have gotten to the point where you don't really want to read them, because they're doing stuff that has nothing. It's not an interesting story or anything. It's just like we're kind of like making some kind of weird point that nobody really understands or
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. And then instead of having like a good story, I mean, there's no, like, you don't see any stories now where it's like, yeah, Batman and Superman switch powers and then Superman becomes a lump of turd who just complains he doesn't have any powers. Meanwhile, Batman cleans the whole fucking planet up because of his tremendous work ethic and ability to kick anyone's ass at that
And
point.
the fact that he's fucking insane.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's that. But you got to be that driven to fucking put the bat suit on and not go crazy. I mean, not get killed, rather.
Yeah.
Drive anybody crazy. That's why I thought not Alec Baldwin, Ben Affleck.
Oh my god!
Oh man, Alec
Alec-
Baldwin and
Alec
Batman.
Baldwin as fucking Wolverine would be a great goddamn thing.
I think he's too tall, also, though.
Yeah, he probably is. Actually, Alec Baldwin is that caveman guy. I can't. Vandal Savage might not be too bad.
He's 6 feet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what is Henry Cavill? 6'2", 6'3"? He's a pretty sturdy
6'1".
guy. Yeah, well, he seems taller than that. Well, it's his fucking handsome face, Fucking stupid ass Wolverine's not supposed to be a handsome guy,
Yeah.
So that's dumb. They need to find a new guy for that. Somebody who fits the bill, not just some fucking, hey, it's a big star. Hey, why don't we have The Rock play Wolverine?
I kind of want Liev
Anyways.
Schreiber to come back as Sabretooth, though. I think he did a pretty decent job.
I want to see a humongous dude,
Yeah.
play Sabretooth. He did all right. I don't know. I've seen a lot of the comics. Sabretooth was my brother's favorite guy.
What?
And he was a fucking killing machine.
Yeah.
Like Sabretooth literally killed, like, he was just like I mean, honestly, you know what it would be make the best Wolverine at this point? They need to just start giving placental what the hell's that stuff called? Stem cells to Nick Nolte, and then just be like, don't worry about saying anything PC. Here's a bunch of cocaine. Go crazy. And then just watch him just rip apart a building. I mean, or Gary Busey, either
Yeah.
one.
Redfoot says stem cells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stem cells. Didn't I say that?
It's a possibility.
It took me a second to come
Yeah.
up with it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's actually that'd be really funny. Just start giving stem cells to like Clint Eastwood.
To old actors.
Yeah, and have him come back as Roland, or have him actually be able to play Roland at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to pick the right man for the job, and them with their movie picks, some of the stuff is like, I don't, a lot of the Marvel stuff has been really good.
Yeah.
I don't really see, I mean, maybe Henry Cavill can act that good. I don't know. He just seems too reserved in everything that I've ever seen him in. Right?
Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I think they need to go to where it's supposed to be, like with the height stuff. I think they need to find somebody the right height. It doesn't have to be 5'3", but get down there and don't choose somebody who's fucking Superman. Fucking throw, let's see, what the fuck could Cavill be in the thing? dude, he could be fucking Captain Britain. He would be great as Captain Britain.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I
He needs to be Captain
Yeah.
Britain because I want some goddamn
Yeah.
Captain Britain out there because that'd be
Yeah, that'd
fucking
be
great.
that'd be awesome.
Get Excalibur going and shit like that. Fucking
It would be funny
Dark-
to
or
see him
Black
play
Knight.
Hercules,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and then have like smart ass offs with Thor.
I'll bet you we'll never be able to do Hercules because it's probably owned by some other fucking company though.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Because or he could be Ares.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would own the well,
You
maybe
know?
DC because Ares was in
Or
Wonder Woman.
Mars. Nobody
Okay.
owns the fucking rights for Mars. Elon Musk is on the phone. Hey,
Yeah.
you sons of bitches, I own the rights to that.
But is Mars a fucking character in fucking Marvel?
Well, he's
though?
the god of war for some pantheon. I don't know.
So what? We'll
Or
just change the
he-
character Ares or Hercules to
They're more than okay to
Mars.
change characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, fuck it. Just change his name. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's just a name. Or he could be what the hell? I was thinking about it. There was some guy. What the hell's the name of that comic guy? He's super powerful, but he's got like a split personality. He's like the Void, and then he's something else that's like light based,
Sentinel.
like a sun. Yeah, Sentinel.
Yeah.
There was somebody. Oh, son of a bitch! It popped out of my head the second you said his name. I was watching some guy on the TV, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy'd be a great Sentinel because he has such a dark side. Like he could actually act." But I'll have to think of it. I can't remember now.
Tom Hardy
That's a
is
fucking-
Wolverine. Dude's only 5'9".
Yeah, Tom Hardy. There you go. A guy who's not
Yeah.
6'5", you know, and can actually act like an insane person. I mean, we watched it in Branson.
Yeah.
He runs around butt naked, just doing all kinds of weirdo shit in Branson. You know, it's a fucking weird movie.
What the fuck was I trying to think of? We still need Nathan Fillion coming out as fucking Wonder Man, dude. That'd be fucking great. That's what needs to be in the next fucking Captain Marvel movie. We need Wonder Man in there.
Yeah. I think they need to just have a Wonder Man thing and maybe rethink some of their Captain Marvel stuff because I don't think she's that compelling of a movie character right now.
Yeah.
She's just like maybe a little too like she's kind of got Superman syndrome where she's a little bit too powerful.
Well, I think
And
what
then-
happened. I don't think she is powerful enough with what they tried to push her as. Like in
Yeah.
she was supposed to be the all powerful thing that helped fight off at the end of the things, and she really wasn't. Like the one who was all powerful was fucking Scarlet Witch. Like she's fucking tearing stuff up, and the only reason she stopped is because she was getting bombarded from the sky. Where
Yeah.
Captain Marvel got knocked around quite a bit and didn't do a whole
Well,
lot.
I don't know. I didn't find her character like a person that I'd want to watch another movie on just because she seemed like she's just mean. Or I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I think they need to do like I don't.
She
wanna
has
spoil
no
that, but-
charisma. There
Yeah.
you go. That's
yeah,
what I
I'd
mean.
give you that.
I'm just like, whatever. Like I would watch a Scarlet Witch movie in a heartbeat.
you know what I want is I want
You
Civil
know?
War 2, and we get Captain Marvel versus Tony Stark, and that would be awesome. 'Cause
Yeah, that'd be
that's
pretty
a whole
good.
thing where it once again splits the heroes. So we'll never get that, but that would be cool.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool if we had the Revolutionary War, a new thing where you have Captain Britain versus Captain America. And you see Henry Cavill and Chris Evans just fight each other.
Fucking and they're both just jacked up fucking Revolutionary War dudes.
Yeah. Maybe even they time travel back in time, and then Captain Britain is fed some shit by Loki or somebody who's like, if you win this, you'll get to be the king of your country when you're, if you win, you're going to be king of the world. World War II. They feed him all this crap about how World War II never would have happened, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny.
Well, he's got quite a bit more powers than Captain America does, though. So
Oh, really? I thought for some reason I had it in my head that he was basically just the Captain America, but just with a
no, he's actually super powered. Like Captain America is supposed to be just peak human ability. Granted, we know that it's not. It's way
He's
stronger
way
than that.
past that.
But
Yeah.
Captain Britain can fly and fucking, super speed and fucking shoot energy beams and stuff like that. So,
Oh, really? What's
Yeah.
his weakness? He's a stupid British guy. He's
let's
afraid of toilets.
see. I didn't read a whole lot of his comics. Let's see what his.
He doesn't believe in the round Earth, so he gets. He's like, I can't fly over this ocean. I'll fall off.
God damn it.
He can't get too far away from his tea.
He has to stop every day at whatever noon or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
tea time is.
He's just in the middle of fighting somebody. He's like, hold on, I've got to take my tea. I need a cuppa. I need my tea. Get out of here, you son of a bitch. Get out of here, you wanker.
No, don't.
Oh, okay, yeah. He loses power when he leaves fucking country.
What?
Yeah, so like the longer he's out of England or Britain, he loses power. So he's also,
Ew.
he's also like fucking magic. So instead of,
Oh.
so
You know what I was thinking of? It's probably not a storyline that's ever happened, but you know how Nightcrawler's dad basically like date raped a bunch of ladies?
yeah.
Okay, it'd be kind of cool to see a revenge story where one of the ladies that he did that to had superpowers and then caught him and then like got him for that. I don't know what exactly she would do or who it would be, but I think that'd be kind of a cool revenge story.
It'd probably be a little too dark for Marvel to do. They'll do some
Oh
fucking
yeah, I
dark
always
shit.
forget
but-
about that.
yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, they have Deadpool though.
Yeah, but I don't think X-Men is gonna be a rated R movie. I don't think they're gonna do that. They might do like individual stuff, like a Wolverine X-Men thing, but they're not gonna do like a full X-Men rated R thing. Because for one, they're more they want kids to watch that shit, and most of the other X-Men don't just outright kill people. Where
yeah.
but we got Rogue coming, so she might fucking tear some people apart when she gets her superpowers.
Well,
and
the
goes
whole
nuts.
Bob Iger leaving thing, that could be pretty bad because so far, like Marvel's had a pretty good run, and I think he just kind of let them do their thing.
Yeah,
And it's a little scary to get some new person who's gonna, prove that they're worth it by editorializing stuff
by
and
fucking everything up.
yeah, and that could be really bad. So
Mhm.
my whole thing is like the next series of movies could either be great, like they have been, or they're going to be the god awful. We'll be back down to the X-Men movies of like
Oh, you mean we'll just
2000
do
or
the
whatever.
dark? We'll do the dark Phoenix thing again.
Yeah,
fail
and maybe
miserably
maybe
again?
some of the. Oh yeah, I forgot about
Because they
that.
did that again, and it was.
Who are these
bad.
people that are doing that stuff?
I don't know.
I
Just
don't-
stop doing the Dark Phoenix story. Nobody gives a shit about it. Nobody fucking wants to watch it. I didn't even like it in the cartoon back in the day because I was just like, whatever. I don't fucking care. Fucking have Wolverine.
Yeah,
go cut
it
some
was
fuckers
all a
up
little
again.
bit too like there wasn't enough build up for it
Yeah,
in the movies or like okay, definitely not in the cartoon. It just kind of happened.
yeah.
And that they actually had like a 2 or 3 episode Dark Phoenix thing, and then I think they even had some build up to it with like a couple of episodes
Wow.
with some hints, but it's not enough build up. And then the whole power difference between her, it's basically Superman thing, right?
Yeah.
Where they're just too powerful. It's like that's dumb.
Well, and
you
that's why
know?
she goes and flies off with the Phoenix Force in space and all this bullshit. Because then, at least then, there's villains that could be powerful enough to hurt them, shit like that. So
Yeah. I
it's
kind
just-
of want to see the Age of Magneto. No, that's not it. The Age of Apocalypse turned into movies.
I mean, they did the Apocalypse movie. I don't think it did very well, so they're not going to do another Apocalypse thing. They just need to go back to
Oh,
fucking.
yeah.
They need to go like maybe we get the House of M, so we get some fucking Magneto shit where like the mutants are ruling and stuff like that.
Well, they need
for
a better
little bit.
Magneto.
Well, yeah, they need a new Magneto.
Yeah.
because I don't think what's his name's going to. I don't think either one of them are going to continue.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Fassbender, I think, did a pretty good job as Magneto, but
Yeah.
you need a new old, like Hugh Laurie as an old Magneto would be great.
That'd be pretty good.
I think he'd be scary. I'd be like, oh, geez, you know. Oh, I think it might have been Jude Law I was thinking of for the Sentinel. I think he'd do pretty good at that.
But he's already a good dude in Marvel.
He's a Marvel guy?
Yeah, he plays fucking what's his name? Bad guy in Captain Marvel.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't seen that movie. I've just seen her on the other thing. I wasn't, like I said, I was like, just haven't watched it.
Jan Rog. So he plays a bad guy in that.
Well, that sucks.
I mean, we need Ewan McGregor in there because I always get those two confused. I don't know who the fuck he'd play, but
Wolverine.
Yeah, how tall is he?
He's not that big. You can see him standing next to 6'2" Liam Neeson, and he's Liam
5'10",
Neeson's actually pretty tall. So he's not very broad-shouldered, though.
No,
you know, they need some cut-off guy like me to play Wolverine.
Make him fucking Dark Knight. He could be like just throw in fucking. We get what's his name as Captain Britain, and we get Ewan McGregor's Dark Knight, Black Knight, I think his name is actually, but and just just fucking British it up on this fucking Captain Britain movie that needs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That'd be cool. Yeah,
I think Ewan McGregor's Scottish, but whatever.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
I mean, it is. Like, I don't know the difference. Actually, that would be interesting to know. Like, are Irish, Scottish, and British people more different with each other than they are with like Canada or America? I mean, not just accents, but like what they do, what they eat, like who's the closest to each other, And I'm talking about like real Scottish people, like the Highlanders who were fucking living up there in the middle of the boonies, that are, basically like the rednecks of England, or the UK rather. And it'd be kind of interesting. I mean, I'm watching the Still Game show, and they're a lot less, at least according to this ridiculous TV show, they seem a lot less uptight than British people do.
Yeah.
For the most part. Like they give each other shit. Like, so I was at this logging show, and there was these Finnish guys that they sell, machines, and they're from Finland, obviously. And they don't joke around at all. They are like, every one of them was a serious dude. Super serious. They're at a logging show with a bunch of doofus loggers, and they're the most serious fucking guys you've ever seen. And I'm like, God damn, man, have a joke. Shit. So I asked the guy what they normally do in the winter, and he's like, well, we go to a bathhouse and get drunk. Because they have saunas, and they spend a lot of time in the saunas there, which I guess is super healthy. There's like a bunch of good stuff it does for you, but then they're drunk. I think so. I think the sauna is counteracting the booze.
They're sweating it all out.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I think they need to just come up with some new storylines instead of keep rehashing the same old. Like, I don't want to see another Xavier makes the X-Men, or Spider-Man gets his powers, or any of that shit again. I don't want to see any of that again for like 30 years.
No, they need to do like they did with Spider-Man and just
I want to see House of M. I want to see like some of the stuff I read in the comic books with Ben Reilly and the weird, confusing Spider-Man stuff. But
the fucking clones
with Jon Favreau. You know what? Jon Favreau just needs to be writing all of it, because he does a great fucking job at making a compelling thing to watch.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what we need. Him to be involved in there. That's who the new head of Marvel movies would be, and they'd make a crap load of money because he can tell a fucking compelling story.
But then, I mean, isn't Feige still there though? Like, he's still on.
Well, I mean, he'll be there until he gets pissed off. He now has, and now here's the thing: now he has enough money that he can just quit and be like, "Oh, fuck you guys."
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when you're like a guy who's got a mortgage and this and that, and you're just starting out, well, you can take some shit. But I mean, he did whatever and let the Dark Phoenix thing slip by.
Yeah, but that was a Fox thing. That was still a Fox
Oh,
thing.
was
So
it?
yeah, because it
Oh,
was that was before they had like that movie was finished before Fox was bought out. So
okay.
that was
Yeah.
still they have not really like there has not been an official X-Men released Marvel movie yet. So
Well, that explains some stuff.
yeah. So we still haven't
See,
got
the
any of that
apocalypse
stuff yet.
thing, the apocalypse movie didn't even have to go good. Like that doesn't make any. I don't think that matters if we have a new apocalypse and we just, it's Age of Apocalypse where they go back and they kill Xavier, and then the world's in this big, it's all blown up, and
Yeah.
everybody's dealing with that. I think that'd be a cool movie because you'd be like, holy crap! Without this one guy, it's all a big shit show.
I feel like that kind of stuff is what we're going to get in the What If series on Disney Plus. That way it's
Oh
not like
yeah.
that way it doesn't confuse people with like, random shit. Like, stuff like the House of M will probably also be there because that's a whole thing where the Cosmic Q or where not Cosmic Q, but where Scarlet Witch fucking loses it and then gets rid of makes the mutants all the head things and then fucking loses it and then destroys all the mutants and there's no mutants left. And that's where all the fucking not a lot of mutants left. And that's then where the Inhumans start coming in. But like the whole Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff has just because at that time Marvel didn't own the rights to the mutant thing. So everyone that was a mutant or would have been a mutant in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was an Inhuman. And so, and then, the Inhuman show sucked balls and was the fucking pile of shit and super low budget for whatever the fuck they were doing. So they just kind of trashed that one. So like I think there was supposed to be a link between that Inhuman show and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, and it just never happened. So they've gone on crazy space adventures and time travel stuff. So
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Matthew McConaughey I was thinking of for the Sentinel. Finally popped in my head.
That would work.
Yeah. He would be great.
Yeah.
Because, I just watched that True Detective show, and he that guy has a lot of range between the dude from that movie with the teenagers, Dazed and Confused, and then that. It's like, holy shit, this guy can really act.
Yeah.
So he'd be good because you could see him being like the super dark guy, and you wouldn't even be able to tell it was the same dude.
Yeah.
That's a good movie too, because then you've got a guy just wrestling with his own demons.
Yeah.
Which is what, that's a hell of a lot easier to go, oh yeah, I see what he's going through, than Superman, who's like, oh yeah, I could kill everybody and do whatever I want here, but I'm not gonna for whatever reason. Like nobody would do that. Because isn't that weird though? You think about the different personality types and what if they got Superman's powers?
Yeah.
Like there's some, okay, so like you just could imagine, all right, actually two presidents, right? Easy, like, but you could totally see the difference in what they would do. You get like Obama with Superman's powers. I feel like that'd probably be not that bad. It would definitely be more good than bad. Trump, on the other hand, I feel like there'd be a lot of wrecked women right there that just be like broken half.
God damn it, man. Fuck. So
I mean, isn't that weird though? You think about that, like the difference in personalities, and then like but Superman's stuff it's not relatable because you can't get shot with a bullet and be fine.
Yeah.
I would like to see a movie where Superman fucked up and let his kid die.
That's the fucking injustice thing.
Well, yeah, and he's like totally a shithead and everybody's trying to deal with him and he's like a really bad threat. That's a compelling movie, which is like a super powerful tyrant that needs to be brought down.
Well, I mean, that's like what, so Redfoot's
fucking ass.
Redfoot's mentioning it. That's like The Boys, fucking Homelander, what if Superman was a dick? So,
well, I mean, Homelander's like, he's just like
he's a psychopath also.
Yeah, he's just an incompetent psycho. He's not really like Superman is at least but that's even scarier though. Because Superman, like, that scene where he's in the airplane and he just starts yelling at him and just starts killing people.
Yeah.
because he panics, and then because he can't even figure out what to do. Like he doesn't go out, get on the nose of the plane, and just kind of hold it up and just kind of glide the thing in. He just nukes the thing and then is like, fuck these people. You know. So Superman that's a lot scarier. You know what? I want to see Black Adam beat Superman's ass.
Maybe we will if
Yeah,
they get a new
hopefully.
Superman. All right. So I have no idea where to throw the thing we're gonna do. So let's just do ratings. What rating did you give this?
4 stars.
I also give it 4 stars.
And I will give it 4 stars as well. Next week's movie is Jason's Choice. He's choosing Rise of the Planet of the Apes. We haven't done that one yet, right?
No,
No.
never seen it.
All right. So watch that next week. And I think that's going to be it. Nobody
Wait,
has
is that the
anything else?
one with James Franco?
It is.
I think I have seen that. I've never seen the ones after it though.
Yeah. Well, he chose the other one, but I was like, well, we haven't watched any of them. Not, I mean, yeah, there is a continuing story, but we usually try to watch movies in order.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
We'll eventually get to it.
We didn't do that with Tremors though.
God, no, we didn't.
We just jumped straight to the crappy ones.
Yeah.
They weren't that bad though.
Oh man. All right. So that's going to be it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure, mixer.com/Turkader, and twitch.tv/Turkader Plays. Also go to youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. Follow us on Twitter @HAP Gaming. Follow me on Twitter @Turkader. Follow Erik on Twitter
Quick and Severe.
Kelly on Twitter
Sugar Snuggles.
Jason on Twitter @Unbelievable1, and Ricky on Twitter @Furry Twitterballs. You can also email us at Steve, Erik, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky @HAPgaming.com. Each one of those names individually @HAPgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/Turkader Plays. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching, everybody. There's also in the description on those, there's a donate link down there. You guys can donate, buy me a taco. And that would be amazing. Just hit that button and drop some money in there. I'd love a taco. I'm hungry. That's gonna be it though. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday as we're gonna play Sea of Thieves. Hopefully with everybody, as long as Eric's internet holds out and Jason downloads the game. Yeah, I already told him, so we'll see what happens.
So what time are we streaming?
7:30.
All right, let's make believe. Oh, okay, it's at 7:30. So it's 7:25. You're gonna get. Hold on, I gotta download this game. And then at 7:30, you're gonna get. My God, Microsoft sucks so much ass they can't even download this game.
Most likely. So, yeah, join us 7:30 Pacific time. Hopefully, as we play Sea of Thieves on Tuesday. So that's gonna be it though. Thanks for watching, everybody, and talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.